Welcome to Garden Wise Adventures. My name is Malie, and today we're back in my grow room and we're going to talk a little bit about storing sweet potatoes. And I wanted to show you how I've stored mine. Now I'm going to link a video at the top that will show you my very first sweet potato harvest that I was really excited about. It was pretty good, but it wasn't as good as I had hoped, being that I didn't get as many sweet potatoes as I wanted, but it's giving me the hope to try for next year. And that's what gardening is all about, is learning and then growing and trying again next year. But anyway, I did some research on how to cure sweet potatoes because I know you have to cure them before you eat them. And what curing is just setting them aside in specific conditions to help the starches condense. It helps sweeten the sweet potatoes, makes them taste better, and then helps you store them longer. So anyway, I am new to sweet potatoes, so I watched a video from Millennial Gardener, and I'll link that video also down below in my description. And he had an amazing way of curing sweet potatoes indoors. Now, this time of year, it's kind of colder in the house. I haven't turned on my heater yet, but according to research, sweet potatoes need 1 to 2 weeks at least 85 degrees temperature in a higher humidity area so that you can start the curing process. Once you have had that 1 to 2 weeks in the higher temperature and high humidity, then you can move them into a darker, cooler area for another 2 or 3 weeks, and then they should store fine just in that area. So today is Tuesday. These were harvested on Saturday. So they've been in this container for a little while. Now this is just a regular Sterilite storage container. This is in my grow room on my grow racks. And inside I have a container of water. From what I saw in the Millennial Gardener's video, you can stack them a little bit deep. And then I placed these on top of my large heat mat. Now this heat mat is a mat that I use to start my seedlings. You can purchase them 4 feet long, 2 feet long, however long you want, and you can use any size mat for this project. But I'm using my large seed starting mat. Now when I purchased this seed starting mat, I also purchased a temperature control. It does not flash like it's doing in the video. So this temperature control helps control the temperature that the seed mat brings the material that's on top of it up to. And the way it does that is you have little temperature controls right here. You can push this and set it at the temperature that you want. I set it at 85 degrees. And it comes with this little temperature probe on a long wire. So what I do is I stick the temperature probe down into the sweet potatoes. So that area is the area that is represented for the temperature. We have the water in here to elevate the humidity, so it's going to be warmer, it's going to be evaporating, and it will elevate the humidity. Then I stick the lid on it. And then I stick a towel on top. Now this step was not shown in the Millennial Gardener video, but I've done this because my grow room is pretty dry and it's pretty cold in here. As I said, I haven't turned on the heater. But this temperature gauge, even though it looks like it's flashing like a crazy person, this temperature gauge is consistently at the 85 degree temperature once that probe is inside the box. So this is the way I am curing my sweet potatoes. Now I'm going to take this bin off of the heat mat and put it in a cooler area. I have a cooler storage area under my stairs that stays in the 60s. And that's where I'm going to keep my sweet potatoes and finish the curing process and then store them until I finish eating them. Now I realize that not everybody has the same setup that I do. You may not have the large heat mat, you may not have any heat mat, and you probably don't have a temperature gauge. Those are easy to get. You can purchase them on Amazon, and I'll link the products below that I purchased. Now, I am not an Amazon affiliate, so I'm not going to get anything out of it, but I'll just show you what I've got. Now, if you don't have those things and you don't want to purchase them, there are different ways to cure your sweet potatoes during that first couple of weeks where they need higher temperatures. Some of the research that I've done, and now keep in mind I haven't tried this myself, but from what I've read, you can take those sweet potatoes, tie them up in plastic bags to kind of try and keep the humidity up a little bit, and cure them on the dashboard of your car, because it does definitely get warmer in there. You can also put them in a sunny window in the plastic bags, or put them on a heater vent if you've turned the heaters on in your home these days. Now, I think you can definitely cure sweet potatoes if they don't actually hit that sweet spot of 85 degrees, but you definitely want to keep them warmer than what the temperatures typically are this time of year. Now, as I said at the beginning, the curing process helps condense the sugars, makes the sweet potatoes sweeter, and it helps them to store longer. So I'm interested to hear if you found any different ways to cure sweet potatoes. What do you do? What is your process? And how has it worked? As I said, this is my first time doing it. So I would love to hear how your process has worked. Once I am done curing my sweet potatoes in a few weeks, when they've gone through the warm and cold storage period, I'm going to cook some up and do a little video and do a taste test with you together. Now, I hope this video has been helpful. If it's been helpful to you, please like, subscribe, share some comments below, and go have a wonderful garden adventure.